Hello and welcome into the Lone Wolf Tarot. I am the Lone Wolf, and today we'll be doing a general timeless read. So, Betray came out. Betrayal. So, Loki Hikey, there has been an energy. I might just release that reading because did I delete it? No, because this is betrayal energy has been happening twice. So maybe I'll just release both readings. Oh my gosh, and it was the same thing. It was like a betrayal from somebody who potentially you were friends with or grew up with or had a religious connection to. So I guess we're going to get more information on exactly what's going on here. Maybe I needed to be more thorough and detailed with this, but let's see. So betrayal, we have betrayal clergy, and then for the last two, we have avenger and young. With that being said, we're just going to get a card, whatever card. If there's nothing coming out, we're just going to move on. Like, wow, okay. So someone was ready to betray you, bro. Maybe they're like trying to betray you. They're getting ready to betray you. Maybe it's for a religious reason. Okay, maybe it's yeah, maybe that's with the goal coming out for clergy. Like maybe it's their mission, their goal, their reason to be religious. Okay, so blessing did come out. I don't even know if I should take it, but like, look, it says you're hesitant. Only reason why I'm hesitant is because it's like who's gonna get the blessing? We have to. I don't want no one getting a blessing with this type of energy. So this could be you or somebody else. Maybe you're willing to betray somebody. You're ready to betray somebody. You're getting ready to betray somebody. Maybe they feel like it's betrayal, but in reality, it's just you not being connected to them in a way anymore. Maybe someone has like undying loyalty to horrible people, and they expect you to also be that person. So if you, so in their mind, it is a betrayal if you cut off somebody. Like, you know how like parents or friends or family will be like so ratchet to you. And because you guys grew up together, because you guys like go to the same church, or because you guys are family and blood related, like you should stick by them no matter what type of energy. That's potential as well, but it's given like somebody is just about to betray somebody, and it's like the biggest plot twist kind of energy, only because um like for there to be disloyalty, there had to have some type of expectation of loyalty. You wouldn't think a robber on the street should be loyal to you. Now, yes, humanity should be loyal to people, but that's not what we're saying. We're saying like you wouldn't think that your dad over a random person, depending on who your dad is. For the context, he's a great guy, blood relative. You feel me? Like the best connection, real father. And then out of nowhere, he just robs you on the street versus like a random stranger. You would think someone has more loyalty to you. So because there's disloyalty in this betrayal card, it's giving like you can't like lie to somebody unless they expect the truth out of you. You can't be disloyal to somebody unless they expect loyalty. You know? So it's like there was some type of expectation at least when it comes to this connection, because for you to be I hope you're getting it. Anyway, with that being said, 4-4 is significant with the readiness card being 4-4. So there's potential protection from the betrayal. Whoever's getting betrayed is protected. Okay. This person low key has a knife. So like the length that this energy is going to go through is kind of trash, because the fact that you have to have a knife, like you couldn't just be a snitch, you couldn't just be lying. You had to have a knife to backstab me with. But the significance of this knife here is that this Avenger has a big ass sword. You feel me? So like we're gonna get into it, but that's significant. Like if someone's ready to come at you with this tiny ass knife and you're coming in response with this big sword, like you have more distance, more range, more, probably sharper than this dirty dagger. I don't know. I'm just being positive. But anyway, so for clergy and goal, if we're talking about someone being deceptive to you, it's low key giving like this was their end goal. Maybe they wanted to do something to harm your religious beliefs, or maybe something. Maybe you were very compassionate, or someone who's like a faithful individual. They wanted to target something to do with your religion, or like Their purpose was very religious as well. Maybe someone had faith in some type of outcome if they did something towards you. This is a very weird energy now that I'm actually reading it. Like my readings are more or less spiritual in a way. Like it's a spiritual read because I'm doing, spiritual work, but it's not about spiritual topics. So when a spiritual topic does pop up, it's like, I normally don't focus on this, but so for memory, Avenger and Young, with Blessing, I feel like you either either there's a plot going on that like grows your potential, grows your it's like such a weird energy. There's like a plot, but it ends up in a blessing regardless. So I don't know if the we're just gonna have to get into it because even if the betrayal, let's say the betrayal isn't a bad thing. Like it is a bad thing, someone betraying to you, lying to you, but the purpose was divinely given regardless. Like this was allowed to you, which is why you're protected. It was allowed because there's a purpose that does get you closer to a blessing, and it will be like the revenge on the people who sought out to attack you in a spiritual sense or harm you in a spiritual way. And it's like it's going the blessing grows the more they plot, the more they try to come after you because like your revenge will be the blessing kind of thing as well with this energy over here. Not lying, this is literally what I'm getting. I know that sounds so crazy because how'd you get that from Avenger and Young with blessing? But only because you're being avenged here. Like this is somebody who fights because of something that happened, like a transgression type of thing. So in response to a betrayal, that's literally what this is. So you're getting a blessing in response to a betrayal, in response to a plotting, in response to like the things that you had to go through, the things that you experienced, right? But this is like growth. So it's like it keeps growing or gaining some type of potential, or maybe like it has to do with your potential as well. Maybe your potential is very spiritual based, and like you're sitting here growing in blessings because of the plot that keeps happening because of the need to avenge you. Like you're growing in potential and gifts, and maybe the gifts are spiritual, and these people are targeting you because of a spiritual gift that you have. And now it's just getting stronger. My click and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is mine. Does anyone know that anything? Okay, so anyway, we're gonna get some information on this blessing, but let's just get a connecting card for the whole thing, whatever the like theme of the energy is in whole. So yeah, progression, growth, expansion in a way, but it's more giving of a plan or making a decision. Okay, so you could be being called to travel. Surprisingly, maybe you're being called to make a decision about call judgment on these individuals. And when you call judgment on everybody, like it's giving like maybe you need to actually make it's not judgment because this we could have gotten a judgment card, right? But it's low key giving me for some reason like a decision that you need to make. You need to make a decision when it comes to who these people are, what they're like trying to do towards you. Like you need to make a decision and act accordingly, or like integrate that into your plan type of thing, into your the way you move. Okay, I do want to get a clarifier only because it's like okay, so whenever two cards come in, like thinking more, there is like a balance, and this is a very balanced kind of energy as well when it comes to avenge and betrayal. Okay, there is some type of goal at the end of the day that is a spiritual aspect with goal coming out with clergy. Okay, so like in the middle, it's giving like the person who's weighing the two sides is a spiritual aspect only because of it being a balanced energy. Okay, so let's see which side's heavier. Obviously this side looks a little bit heavier. I don't know what heavy means in terms right now, but it seems like this side has more going for them. than this side does type of energy. That's just me saying. I don't know what if heavy is good or bad here. I'm just saying more cards. But basically, it's giving like there is some type of rhyme or reason potentially as well. There's two sides of the same reading, and that's like maybe you're being called to either decide what side you want to play, if you want to be the person who always gets targeted, or if you want to finally like strike back. Maybe it's open for you as well. This is so weird because I'm not fully understanding what this Two of Wands is getting. And I do see the balance type of energy because it is heavy balance. Maybe like you're integrating your shadow side with your um, like let things happen side as well. Maybe my stomach is going in. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is loud, and I'm so sorry. It's literally like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the middle of the morning. So for my stomach to be making such noises at 5 o'clock in the morning, like you're not hungry. So shh, you're being ridiculous. It's so I don't know if you guys can hear it, but anyway, so with the Ace of Swords clarifying the Two of Wands, now I have to dive into that. Is giving finally maybe some potential breakthrough when it comes to actually seeing something and making a decision about something. So if someone is betraying you, you finally got the proof and the evidence and you finally see it clearly, you finally are going to make a decision to cut this person off, going to make the decision to confront somebody, going to make the decision to move away from this person, going to make the decision to like maybe do whatever you do when it comes to your spirituality aspect of it. Like you're becoming more and more enlightened to the situation at hand. It could cause some type of issues. It could cause some type of successes. It could cause a whole bunch of situations. Like, yeah, you're maybe becoming more aware. You may be very spiritually inclined as well, and that is contributing and growing and manifesting. And like, oh, okay. So we have the Four of, oh wow, so only one is in reverse, but they landed at the same time. So this was, okay, anyway, my bad. So we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so you're becoming aware of like the people that you celebrate with may have been trying to betray you. That the community that may have been so happy, like it's becoming like you're withdrawing from a community. You're becoming more aware of this friendships and the collaborations that you were dealing with. Maybe they were trying to betray you. So there's like some type of friendship group. It could have been a group that you met in church or a group that you met through some type of maybe spiritual setting. Maybe because you are being more spiritual, you decided, like, you realized the betrayal that these people were doing to you. Maybe it was a whole community. Maybe because you becoming more aware of your spirituality, they see that as like a betrayal in a way to your community. Maybe this is like an old church or something, and they say, oh, like maybe they're perceiving you as a bad person now as well. And like your community sees you as, and you could be living your best life, feeling yourself, enjoying life and this luxuries. And then people are just like, oh man, he or she is the devil now, like type of energy as well. But it seems like you're choosing happiness, and these people maybe are pretending to be happy with them being on the deceit side. Maybe they just always act like they're happy. It's like low key, high key. Whenever you, I'm not trying to be funny. You know what? I'm not gonna touch on it. It's none of my business. I just want to say, in my previous years with the life that I was living prior, I was very depressed. And like, though I get depressive moments, I'm not depressed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a difference between being depressed and having sadness, you know? So with that being said, I just want to bring that up. And if anyone catches that, they catch that type of energy. But like, it seems like there's a betrayal for, like, perceiving, like someone's being perceived in the community as betrayal. Okay, we're gonna get more information. I did not want to touch on this, but we're gonna get more information on that a little bit. I wanted to focus more on the blessing aspect of the things, but like we're talking on it. So this could be like a new development, the betrayal type of energy. Maybe they recently wanted to betray you. Maybe they developed this desire to betray you, or it started out recently. Like it wasn't like they were maybe have been scheming and planning it, but like it wasn't like it was taken into effect until recently, kind of thing as well. If this is a betrayal, so maybe this is something that just like recently happened, or maybe you recently became aware of it, but like it was more of a plan, more of a okay. So that's probably why the Two of Wands was here. Heavy fire energy. This could be a fire sign. We also had like maybe they started actually plotting because they felt like there was a need to defend themselves now. So so this person here has only started acting this way. They had this in their energy the whole time. They was wretched the whole time. They were ready, waiting for a moment to strike. Because now they feel like they have to defend themselves about something, whether it's love, marriage, pregnancy, or some reason, they feel the need to defend themselves against you, to where now it's betrayal, because there's no type of animosity. If you're getting avenged, there's no type of animosity when it comes to your side of the situation. You're not focusing on this person whatsoever. So now that you become suddenly aware that this person is like striking you for some reason, because of your intuition, because of your connection with the divine, because of your spiritual gifts, they're targeting your spirituality, or they're targeting you because of your spirituality, or they're targeting you through spirituality, through religion, through like some type of morality. You're trying to target maybe how people perceive you because of your spiritual gifts or because of your moral compass. Maybe they're trying to say, look, this person's moral compass is corrupt, because they feel targeted. And now they're like, because of me feeling some type of way, me feeling triggered, and me feeling like I have to defend myself behind this person, I have to target who they are as a spiritual, as a core belief type of thing, because if they look bad, then it justifies my deranged urge to target this person. If that makes sense. And this is like what I'm getting. I know it sounds so crazy. So with the nine of wands at the bottom of the deck, yeah, like they're like basically believing the worst is to come from you, when that's not even like what you're doing. Maybe you're not even aware. Maybe you're just building your spirituality. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're like discovering yourself. Maybe you're just progressing when it comes to life or whatever, and that's just who you are. You're bettering yourself. You're becoming. This is literally the same reading. Did I bring that up, that I was doing a reading in the past? If it's not posted, y'all, this is the same reading, just a different concept. I guess a different way of explaining it. Because you were expanding and building, and this person was potentially getting jealous. So the hangman's in reverse. They probably want to like limit you, or contain you, or like delay you in such a way. Maybe they wanted you to be a sacrificial lamb. I know that sounds so crazy, but like basically saying like this person right here is an issue. The hangman was popping up several times in the other reading. I thought it was in reverse. I mean, I thought it was upright, so I thought it was telling me to change my perspective, which is why I didn't accept the reading. But it was in reverse this whole time. So it's like they want you to be in some type of fear, or they want you to be. This card came out when I was talking about. They want you to be in some type of fear, or some type of. So they put you in a competition that you were not trying to sign up for, but they want you to be like feeling like either, because if you were upright, that would be a sacrificial lamb. Somebody who's being used to, like, I'm not trying to say a martyr, but like somebody who's being used as an example in a way, but you're upright. So they're trying to control you. There's a lack of control. They can't control the narrative. They can't control how people see you. They can't control perspectives of you. They're losing it. This is something that is being brought to your blessing side. Like this is somebody who can't, yeah, they can't win this battle when it comes to, because divine is involved somewhere. If they come for you, they come for the divine type shit, because like you're aligning with the divine, or you're trying to progress and grow your relationship with the divine potentially. Maybe because of the aspect of it being both spiritual in a way, like because this person's perceived as spiritual or met you through spiritual guys, um or I'm getting lost in my mind, but or like you guys, or like because you're just as spiritual as an individual, okay? I'm like heavy on my thoughts. Like I'm seeing like visions of things because this is communicating to me, which is crazy, but like don't mind me, guys. Let me channel. So if I go for a pause, just let me do it. All right. I've been being more vocal about what I'm doing. But yeah, so let's get a little more information, please, on this blessing. Let's turn up with this blessing. Okay, let's get some insight. So with the blessing could be some type of collaboration. Maybe people want to work with you. Maybe you're learning something and building. Maybe the blessing is building. Maybe the blessing is being implemented as we speak and it's starting to be integrated, like it has been built up enough. Okay. It could also be just, I feel like it's very close to being finished and being like maybe like wrapped up and like boxed and given to you type of energy, or like maybe you're being fulfilled because of these attacks. So like let's say like anything that you're learning when it comes to a fight, spiritual or not, you start to learn like moves, you start to learn how to respond, like you're getting better. So like if someone throwing punches at you, spiritually speaking, maybe you got hit before, but now you're learning how to dodge. You're learning like about your opponent as well, the speed and stuff, because it's like it's different from a physical fight. A physical fight, you will be getting tired, and you can be getting tired with this spiritual fight as well. But it's giving like you're not getting tired as in injured, like you're getting tired as in like okay, I go rest and then I'm rejuvenated type of thing. Yeah, like it's like a healing aspect when it comes to spirituality. And then you get familiar because you're healing and you're coming back and you're healing and you're like so like you're getting better in a way, and this is what the Three of Pentacles is saying, like your blessing is getting better and better. So the blessing can very much be spiritual gifts and enlightenment, and like because this card is heavy giving enlightenment. Okay, the Temperance keeps coming, so there's a purpose for this. Like the divine is letting all this happen for a reason. The divine is very much involved in the reading. We have clergy, okay? We have clergy and we have blessing. And then we have the Avenger energy, the revenge of the Lords type of thing, right? That's a verse. Okay, guys, I would look it up. Oh, I should, right? Anyway, so with the revenge being the Lord's, okay, this is basically heavy what type of energy we're on. You're allowing the revenge to be the Lord's, and you're not doing anything. And when I say the Lord's, divine, all that jazz, the universe, the most high creator. I'm really looking it up, yeah. Okay. So it says Psalms 94 verse 1, O Lord, God of vengeance, O God of vengeance, shine forth. That's not what I was looking for. Bitch. Me reading the Bible and then saying bitch is so funny. Anyway, we're keeping that in. No, so yeah, let's move on from this and let's get any type of closing messages or anything that I'm missing. I guess I didn't touch on faith. So they're trying to destroy your religion or your spiritual practices or whatever. They're trying to target you for that. They're trying to make some type of loss. And you're just like sitting here and getting better. That's because Jesus Christ is my type shit. That's so funny. You're basically just getting better. Yeah. You're overcoming, you're growing, you're getting your zest for life back. This is literally what it was. You're feeling hot. You feel me? At the end of the day, when we ended the reading of the other one, the Empress came out. So you're becoming the Empress, you're embodying the Empress, you're developing. This person, I just want to, for some reason, feels like potentially you, which I did say could be targeting them for maybe a romantic situation or some type of collaboration that they have going, some type of happiness that they created for themselves. They might have also felt like you were targeting them for that reason, like you're a third party and they're coming like in their little situation that they got going on, and they feel like they need to target you about that as soon as they enter that type of dynamic. Yeah, like it's heavy given like they maybe got married, they maybe got pregnant, maybe y'all dated the same person, maybe you are their ex, and because like maybe like their partner thinks you're trying to get with them, so they have to target you. And something like, I don't like, I don't want this person type of shit. So they're like, oh, I don't like him or her. Let me target them so you can believe me. Like it's giving like there's some type of third party, and you're just sitting here living your best life. Like you're feeling yourself. You're uh nine of pentacles, queen of wands type shit. While they're sitting here targeting you, trying to like make you lose out or hurt or feel betrayed or like something like heartbroken, like stab you in the back for what? Closing messages. Yeah, maybe you need to isolate yourself. Okay, maybe you feeling lonely or withdrawn because you realize all your friends are not your friends. Not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is your partner. Maybe you just need to focus on you and your divine connection type shit. Okay, as your manifestation keeps growing, like don't maybe there's no lovers coming out. So this has been playing on my heads. Maybe there's like so with the lovers coming out, I'm gonna have to get a little clarifier, but maybe you're like lonely and the divine says like, I got you, bro. I'm gonna bring you your passions. I'm gonna bring you like your alignment. I'm gonna bring you your connection. I'm gonna bring you your soul tribe. I'm gonna bring you this love in your life. I'm gonna bring you some type of energy for you. This blessing maybe be contributing. Like and then the freaking finally. So what would we talk about? Because I don't know how many times y'all saw these two popping out at the bottom of my deck, popping out while I was shuffling. So what we talk about? You feel me? Like what we talk about when they ain't talk about nothing. Talk about they ain't talk about nothing. So basically, you completely ignored these motherfuckers, right? And because of that, you isolated yourself, turned away from the people. You know, you focused in on the lover. You're focusing on the purpose of everything. You're focusing on making like some type of like maybe you're focusing on your passions and the purposes of your passions as well. Like you're given like you're focused on the brighter side of the tarot reading. I feel like you're allowing love to guide you or just moving in a love, moving in a harmonious, patient, like making sense of things way. It's like you're a guiding force type of thing. Trying to make sense of it because I don't want it to be romantic all the time, and it's hard for me for some reason to take the lovers and say it's not romantic, but it could not be romantic, but like I feel like you're just getting everything that you lost potentially. So if this person targeted you and you lost a lover, or like you lost some type of like home, maybe you can't return back to your church or your community or like where you grew up. Maybe you like, I low key, never mind. Long story short, like when I think of like the progression of spirituality, it's like this energy is baby energy, low key. So maybe you were knowing them for a long time, and it's like you can't return back this way with the hermit facing this way. Like you can't return back to who betrayed you. So you're like focusing or being led towards harmony, towards a relationship, towards some type of passions, whether it's physical or manifesting your passions type of thing. Like your community is being more aligned with you, more purposeful, more purpose driven. Like it's giving like people in the past may just be doing whatever and like living a life that isn't really on a grand scheme of things. And maybe you're potentially getting that like a bigger platform or a bigger mission or a bigger like purpose type of energy. But it also could just be romantic. If anyone wants romantic, maybe you are getting blessed with love. Okay, with that being said, we're gonna just end it here with the crystal, right? We're gonna end it here with the crystal. I just feel like I'm not getting everything now because I need to like maybe research something. But it feels like you're also getting more responsibility. Yeah, growth. Emerald's coming out. So yeah, like you're just growing in a way. You're just continuously growing. So like everything that every aspect of your life. Think of the lovers as like every aspect of life is growing in love, is growing in like the positive direction, it's growing with purpose. It's very harmonious for you now. You're aligned with growth. You continue to grow. And maybe it's like it's just beginning with the young, because we didn't even touch on young, did we? Like I talked about growth, but it was like that's what the youth, the young energy is. It's like a growing aspect. So yeah, you could be happy just growing. Okay, it says, and the day came when the risk to remain tight as a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So in the aspect where I said these individuals feel very spiritually young, it's giving like you're in adolescence when it comes to spirituality and they're like children, okay? And like you continue to grow, and that maybe potentially threatens them, threatens their logic. So they had to have a reason to attack you because they can't attack you because you spiritually believe in a different way. So they had to attack you whenever something triggered them, whether that was a romantic connection, maybe they felt like you were coming after their kids, maybe they, you know, got engaged with your ex or got, like whatever it is, there was a trigger. It has to do with like romantic in a way for some reason, only because of the Ace of Cups kept coming up when I was talking about it, but it doesn't have to be romantic, but it was like a new beginning. It could have been like a creative endeavor. Maybe you're a TikToker and they joined TikTok and they saw you and they started like tagging you, like, clout type of energy. Like it's something that put them in a competition with you. And it was crazy that they attacked you because you were not aware of them until they started to attack you. And then in response, you didn't do anything because there's no signs of you doing anything. Like you continued on your spiritual path, you continued to focus on the clergy energy. That was your goal, regardless. You continued to give it to the Lord, type vibe. And even though I didn't pull out the verse, I wish I did, but I did not gonna sit here and try to Google it forever. Maybe I should end with that verse, but um, like you basically just sat there and you allowed the revenge. Yeah, so okay, thank you. Romans 12:19. Vengeance is mine. I will repay, says the Lord. Okay, so you let that happen. You let that be the indicator. This is the longest read I ever have done, right? Like that being said, we're gonna close it out. I hope you got something out of this. I did not expect it to be 30 something minutes, bro. Like my bad. If y'all hung out this long, thank you so much. um, with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much and talk to you later.